and welcome to another episode of the Woolly Mastadon Creates podcast, episode 45. My name is Tori or Victoria, the mastermind behind the crazy, and thank you for joining me today. Before we jump into today's episode, you can find me in a few places on the interwebs. You can find me on Instagram as Tori Schaffner. I am definitely most active there. You can find me on Ravelry as lilwestie, L-I-L-Westie. You can find me, well, you can find show notes on the blog, woolymastadon.wordpress.com. And of course, you can find me here on YouTube. I am on Facebook. I'm just not as active there. But with that, let's just jump into the episode today. It is a lovely Saturday. It is April 17th. Sunny, but a little chilly outside, but definitely nice to see the sun because it's been awfully cloudy the past week or so. So that is nice. But with that, we'll just jump into the episode. I think it's going to be a little shorter. We'll see how long I manage to ramble. But it's going to be a little shorter. I don't have any finished objects. That would be the first thing. No finished objects today. Nothing fancy to show. So everything, all the projects you're going to see are just ones that I've been continuously working on. Oh, I apologize. My watch is just fighting my sweatshirt. Oh well. First one, update on the Shisui Shrug by Suzanne Summers. Or Summer. I don't think it's Summers. I think it's singular. And let's see. I have put some work on this. I don't know if it'll be, again, I don't think it'll be, I don't know if you'll be able to tell much because I didn't put a stitch marker, which I really should add a progress keeper to this so you can see how far I've gotten. But, I mean, I think it has grown quite a bit again since we last spoke. I mean, we're looking at, it's this big now. It's getting bigger and bigger every day. This is the Shisui Shrug by Suzanne Summer. I'm knitting it on a US 3.25 millimeter, and I'm knitting it out of Knit Pick Static in Taos, which is the mostly green color, and then Beanstalk, which has the orange in it. So, well, I did that backwards. Beanstalk and Taos. We're off to a great start today. And as you can see, I don't have much left of these first skeins. I have far more skeins of this available. I have not been alternating skeins, so hopefully I don't have a harsh line where I switch out new skeins, but I thought it would be too much with Brioche, having knit Brioche before, to have 4 skeins of yarn hanging off of this that I have to keep track of, plus knitting Brioche. And because this is so highly variegated, I mean, it's basically kind of like a striping yarn. I don't know that I'll have a problem. And if I do, I'll just live with it. It's fine. But I don't have much left of either one that I'm my first 2 skeins. So this is what we're left with on those. And I'm into, I believe, sleeve shaping right now. This is the right side. So this is the side that you'd see. This is actually the bottom. But I don't really want to hold it right side up anymore. My needles are far too short for that. The only reason that there's anything showing of the needles is because I've squished the yarn on it. But this will be the right side. And then the reverse side will look pretty cool too, with this orange striping going on. But yeah. That's the reverse. And this is the good side. But it's really fun to knit right now. See if I can at least like stretch it so you can see the brioche a little bit. Kind of. It's so squishy. It's so very squishy, and it's really bright and colorful to work on. I'm really enjoying it. I can't wait for this to be done, but it's going to be a while before it's done just because it does take a little more brain power, and every once in a while I do that thing which I do for all projects that take more brain power. I think I'm getting better at it. But in my head, I think, oh, it's so much harder than it actually is. And I put it down for a week and then I pick it up and I'm like, it's really not hard. And I used to do that for shawls. Like, I'd start knitting a shawl, I'd put it down for a year, I'd pick it up again and finish it in a couple weeks because it wasn't hard. But yeah, that is my first work in progress. Really enjoying it. Really need to get more work on this because it is a super fun knit, and I cannot wait to see how it continues to grow and also how it looks once it's done. So that is the first one. The second one, I worked on the socks. I broke my rule and I worked on them at home a little bit. I can't remember why I decided to do that, to be honest. I think, oh, I was cooking and I needed something really easy to work on because I was waiting for, I think I was babysitting the air fryer and boiling water and the oven all at the same time. So I needed something to work on between. Oh no, I'm completely wrong. That was a different day. I was making waffles. I don't know what's going on anymore. But anyway, I finished the first sock tube. I've added the cuff. I haven't started the second sock, so this is technically sort of like a half-finished object. I have to add a heel in, but these are just plain stockinette vanilla socks with an added afterthought heel, but it's not a true afterthought heel because I add in the string the waist yarn when I'm knitting the sock. The black is Knit Pick Stroll in black, and then the green, variegated, not really green, more of a green tonal, is, what is it? Yarn Bee Authentic Hand Dyed Tonal, I believe. The color is Hazel Basil, that much I remember, but super pretty. The first one is done. I have to cast on the second one and then we'll be back in business. I mean, I might do that this weekend because I don't really have time to start a toe at work. So I might at least start the toe at home, if not start and finish the toe so that all I have to do is knit. We'll see. But one sock tube is done, so that is exciting. That is done. There's another sock tube that needs to be knit, then heels, and a pair of socks is done. Dad, your socks will be done soon. So, second work in progress. My normal work in progress, I haven't touched my granny square blanket. Yeah, I need to do that, but I just haven't touched it in a while. I don't know. I haven't been super motivated to do much of anything, although it's been getting better. So I was going to say, I worked on my granny square blanket. It is now big enough that I had to upgrade it to a larger backpack. So I just wanted to share the backpack that I found in my stuff I've had for a long time, but I thought it was so bright and colorful. So my granny stripe blanket is now in this because it's gotten bigger. But I haven't worked through the full skein, so I'm not going to show that just yet. Sorry, my phone is going off. But with that, that's actually all I've been working on for knitting and crochet. Not a whole lot. I kind of stalled out again. I've been working a lot, and we'll talk about that more in life lately. Can't even speak. But I don't have any sewing to show, but I do have some spinning to show. I did get some spinning in last weekend. I finished plying my yarn. So this, of course, where's my tag? This is from Camelot Dye Works, some fiber from Camelot Dye Works. The color is Fate. It's 4 ounces, and it was 60% superwash merino wool, 30% bamboo, and 10% nylon. This definitely forced me to spin a little thicker, as you maybe can see. I would say this is definitely more of a DK. I got about 250 yards, and it is beyond squishy. It is so soft. Like, it's so pillowy and soft, and I spun it worsted, so the fact that it is so pillowy and soft is 100% the fiber content. I honestly think the bamboo forced me to spin it a little thicker and spin it a little less, not put as much twist into it, and it's just, it's not like super even, although I would say it's probably one of the better skeins that I've done in a long time. Because for a while I was spinning, when I first got my wheel, I was doing Tour de Fleas, and I spun, I don't know how many skeins in a couple months. I was spinning all the time. And then I just kind of stopped for a while, and I would just rarely pick it up, or I was tackling those, loud car. I was tackling those really large spinning projects with multiple bats and, multiple skeins at the final project. So it's kind of been nice to just spin a single skein here and there. And I found out I'm not running low on spinning fiber, but I tend to spin the colored stuff more than the undyed as I drop it. The dyed rather than the undyed. So I'm actually going to have to buy more spinning fiber at a certain point here. I haven't bought any spinning fiber since last year. I bought some on a sale on Etsy, and then before that it had been a couple years. So I really need to probably go on Camelot Dye Works website and buy myself some more spinning fiber. But now I know that I really like the results of this bamboo, and I actually have the same blend in another colorway in my stash to spin. So I really want to spin that soon. But super happy with this. Super lofty, even though it's a worsted spun, so it shouldn't have as much air in it, but it has more air in it than I normally put. So that was kind of nice. And then I do have an upcoming spinning project to share. This I have had for a while. I just haven't spun it, and it's time for me to spin it. This is from Joyful Journey Alpacas. Let's see. So it's full Peruvian studs with superior fleece, conformation, and calm dispositions. So this is going to be alpaca. I believe it's 100% alpaca. It's actually from a friend of mine's family member. They had alpacas, and they gave me this for Christmas one year. And I've been like terrified to spin it because it's like a pencil roving, and it's just like so special. But I think it's time to spin it. And I really miss these people. Like, they're friends from up north, so it's not like I couldn't see them, but with COVID, it's just made everything so hard. So I think it'll just be nice to spin this up. The colors are perfect. I remember when I got this, I was just like, wanted to cry, because it's so pretty. It's just like these pastel-y neons, basically. It's me in a ball of alpaca. And I've never spun something like this just plain, so I maybe should do some research before I just boldly jump into this, but I'm spinning this next. I haven't decided. I might just do a single on this and maybe put it in like a shawl or something. I don't know. I just need to see how it spins up. But I might spin a single. I don't think I'm going to divide this up. And it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I'm so excited to spin this. It's been in my stash for a couple of years now. Maybe more than a couple. Because I'm just so afraid to spin it. I don't want to mess it up. But it's time. I'm excited. It's so soft. Oh, it's so soft. It smells good. So that's my next spinning project. Ugh. As I got fiber back in my mouth because, you know, I'm hugging loose fiber. But with that, so that's my spinning. No stash enhancements. Haven't bought any yarn. Seriously debating it because it's local yarn shop weekend day today, I think, actually. And I kind of want to buy some Knit Circus yarn, but I don't know that I will. We'll see. Sorry, my nose itches because I was hugging all the fiber. But with that, I do have some non-knit loves this time. We'll start with last weekend. Last week I wanted, or not last weekend, 2 weekends ago, I wanted to show these, but they weren't here until after I filmed the podcast. But I had gotten it in my head that I want to make some more home cleaning products and stuff. And so I started with toilet fizzies. So it's just like, it's kind of like a bath bomb, but you use it to clean toilets and things like that. And I wanted to try it because I thought it would just be easier. I thought it'd be something nice that my husband could use too, and it wouldn't be a pain in the butt. There's no mess. And it would just be easy to make. So I got these silicone molds. They're like, they weren't very expensive off of Amazon. I don't remember what these are for, but they're just silicone molds. Came in a 2-pack. Wasn't very expensive, like I said. And I bought a 5-pound bag of citric acid, but I got the food safe one, so I don't have to just use it for cleaning. I can use it for food if I wanted to, or whatever. But I got these, and I made my first batch. They work really well. These look really sad because I didn't realize they'd puff up in the mold, so I only filled one mold, and I should have divided it between the two. And I didn't let them dry long enough, so you can kind of see they stuck to the bottom. They're dry now. I had the lid open for like a week, and they're dry now. But just lessons learned. So these ones don't look very pretty, but they work really well. So this has been really great, kind of a game changer, because then throughout the week, if you're like, this just needs to be refreshed, you can just throw one in there. It suds up, and it does really clean it up. And these smell good because they're citric acid and baking soda is the base, and then you add Castile soap a little bit. There's vinegar, and then there are essential oils. So I don't remember what I put in here. I think it was tea tree for sure. Probably eucalyptus, because I can't not put eucalyptus and stuff. And then a citrus of some kind. I think maybe it was lime. I don't remember. But they smell really good. They work really well, so highly, highly recommend this. When I make another batch, I'll make my adjustments so that they don't get stuck to the jar, but those work really well. And my husband has even used them, so that's half the battle. He's actually willing to use the homemade cleaning products because they're really easy to use. You just pop it in there and walk away and then wipe down your toilet. So, no complaints there. Other than that, let me see. Oh, I do have a few more things, because Amazon has been to our house over the past couple weekends. The first one would be, well, we'll do this first. The first one would be, I bought a bunch of stickers on Amazon. I'm not a sticker person so much in the sense that, like, I don't know. I don't collect stickers. I did at one point, but I just don't anymore because I wasn't using them. But I found myself really wanting to use stickers in my bullet journal because I had a couple that I kind of pilfered off other things. And I really liked how they looked. They made things a little more cheerful. So, on Amazon, I bought 2 packs of stickers. I bought these, like, Japanese characters stickers. And this is just one sheet. They're just really cute, like, little round, pudgy kitties and bears. And I think one's supposed to be a hedgehog and, like, silly situations. And then I bought another pack, which is just all kinds of florals in different styles. And then there's an entire, like, section of just cacti and stuff and succulents. So I bought multiple packs of stickers, well, 2, but each pack was multiples. And basically I decided I'm trying to try not to buy too many stickers. Like, I'm going to buy these, and then if I use them and, like, I'm using them often, then I can consider buying more. If I don't, then I don't want these just sitting around. Like, what's the point of buying stickers if I'm just going to collect them and sit on them forever? Like, I should use these. So that's why I started with Amazon. I didn't buy any fancy ones off Etsy or anything. I just bought some packs off Amazon to see if I like it, and we'll go from there. I mean, I used one just to test it because I had to, but when I do my next planner spread for the next week, I'll use some of these. So that was cool. And then the main reason I ordered from Amazon is because we've been kind of, like, slowly working on our patio. We have, like, a little balcony off of our apartment, which is really nice. It's a little balcony off our apartment. We're technically first floor, but how the building is set, we're not on ground level. So I got a set of battery powered lights. And I'm just going to turn these on just the regular setting. It comes with a remote. Like, these are battery powered water resistant lights. You can set them on a timer. It comes with a remote. There's 8 settings. You can dim them. You can brighten them. They're really cool. I like them a lot. I wouldn't have them on most of the settings most of the time just because they flash quickly for some of them, which I think is annoying. I just wanted it for ambiance lighting on our patio. So if we're out there and it's getting a little dark, we don't have to go in right away, especially because Midnight's been really enjoying going out there. We put her harness and her leash on there and she comes out and sits with us. So yeah, I got some beautiful, beautiful LED lights that I can hang out on our patio, and they're battery powered. They had good reviews. I'm probably still going to put the battery pack in, like, a bag or something just to, like, protect it. But other than that, I'm really excited about those. So that was all of my enhancements. Oh, one more. I have been doing a lot of organizing or trying to, and I love the Dollar Tree baskets, but I did find at Walmart you could get a set of 5 baskets in various sizes, and it was, I think, $5, so they're 25 cents more than they'd be at Dollar Tree, basically. So I'm really happy with it. So I thought I'd share that. I haven't used them yet because I haven't been doing a whole lot of organizing. I've just been cleaning more so than anything else. So yeah, that is all that. So let's just move into life lately. And actually, before I even do that, well, yeah. I said I didn't have much to talk to, and then rambling. Life lately. I think I'm finally feeling more creative. There's several patterns that I've just randomly wanted to start knitting, so that's been great. But I haven't been doing a lot of knitting because I've been working a lot and I've been putting in a lot of overtime. which is fine. You know, it's fine. It's only for a season. So, you know, you do what you have to when you can, and I stayed later yesterday and I finally got myself up, so it's great. But yeah, so I haven't been having as much knitting time because I've also just been tired and just not inspired, but I've been feeling a little more inspired. So there's a few things I want to knit. I want to knit a tank top. I want to start a few more sweaters. But I think what also has been helping, I'm just trying to read my notes, is it's kind of been warming up a little bit. So like we've been doing things on our patio. I probably started this too early, but I started some dill in a pot. It's not outside, it's on my plant shelf. And I started some cat grass for midnight. That stuff is growing crazy, and like I won't be able to put it outside for a while because it's been in the 30s at night. So she might just get that inside. And then my husband decided he wanted to try a blueberry plant in a pot. That's not super happy, to be totally honest. When I did some research, I don't think I have the right growing conditions for it because it needs far more light than it's probably going to get, even though right now it's on my plant shelf. But we're going to try it. We're going to try it and see what happens. So that'll be good. So I've got the blueberry bush attempt. It's a tiny little start. It's nothing big. But yeah, we've just kind of been doing more on our patio, trying to get our patio a little more nice so that we want to use it, especially since midnight's all about it. So that has been super nice. I'm trying to think. Other than that, yeah, just kind of making a lot of stuff and taking a lot of rest days. I've been reading more. I started Mistborn. Is it the Mistborn series trilogy? I think it's Brandon Sanderson. But the first book I think is Mistborn. It's really good. I want to read it far more than I currently am. I even think about, I want to read this when I'm at work. So it's definitely really good. And I'm not very far into it yet, so I don't really have anything to report, but it's been a really good book, so that's kind of been nice. But otherwise, yeah, it's finally been warming up. They've cut their grass here, so it's been warm enough for the grass to grow, and the trees are popping, and yeah, it's spring here. It is spring in full bloom, so it's really cool to see that. But yeah, I'm rambling, so I should just let you go. So with that, let's just a reminder of where you can find me on the internet. I can't speak anymore. I really need to go. You can find me on Instagram as Tori Schaffner. You can find me on Ravelry as lilwestie. You can find all the show notes on the blog, mastadon.wordpress.com. You can find me on Facebook. I'm just not as active there. And of course, you can find me here on YouTube. If you liked the video, please like it, subscribe it, share it with you. Subscribe to it, share it with your friends, comment below. All of those things help, and we'd love to grow this little community on the interwebs. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.